Thank you, Rick. It's great to be here, folks. We're going to be on the ballot this coming Tuesday. Please get out and vote. Let me give you my 1 minute I believe. I believe in the Constitution of America. I believe that elected officials, we stand for we the people, not I. I believe that the amendments, the Second Amendment, the First Amendment, the 10th Amendment, I believe that the federal government has no right to charge people fees and money, such as on the health care bill. I believe we need to embrace our founding fathers and what they put in place. They put something great in place. I believe if you come to this country, you need to learn to speak English. I believe in a lot of things. Thank you very much.
I think that was an amen. Just very quickly, I did want to introduce Rich Boland. He's the Lexington County Party Chairman, and he has some really important announcement to make about an event coming up. Rich?
Thank you, Rick. Mac, you got the mic too high for me, but I just want to invite you all. Monday night, we're having a big event out at Harmon's Tree Farm, and we will have just about everybody who's anybody in Republican Party politics, including, of course, Nikki Haley, Jim DeMint, Senator Graham, Karen Floyd from the party, all of our delegation from Lexington County, and 7 out of the 9 elected or Republican candidates for statewide office. And the press is going to be there. It's the last big event before the election the next morning. So please come out, tell all your friends. I've got a few flyers I'll put out. And if you have any questions, there's a number on there. You can reach me at 996-1600. And you don't have to call me. You can just come out. Harmon's Tree Farm, number 1 out in Lexington. 6 o'clock. It starts at 6 o'clock. Thanks a lot, y'all.
Okay, before I'm going to introduce Kenny Bingham now so he can introduce Governor Huckabee, but I would want to say just 2 very quick things. Number 1, Alan Wilson and Joe Wilson are going to have their election night celebration at Liberty Tap Room, which is just across the bridge here, right next to the convention center where Nikki Haley will be. So y'all definitely come out to there now. But Joe was very cautionary. He said, tell them not to be there till 8:30 because I'm hoping they're going to be making calls till 7 when the polls close. So, but also, part of this event is to help us get organized and around. I'm going to make sure we get the volunteers to bring them around to you, but we're trying really hard to get folks' email and maybe telephone number if they want to stay in touch and let us know when we're doing different events as the years goes by. So please take time to fill that out if you wouldn't mind, so we can keep in touch with you as important issues come up. But now, with no further delay, I'll ask Kenny Bingham here to introduce our special guest.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We want to say real quickly to let you know how important this election is coming up next Tuesday. As Rick said, I am the House Majority Leader. It was 10 years ago. Rick was in my position. He was the House Majority Leader, and I was running for office. And me and him became very good friends, but the principles that we stand for and the things that we hold true are important. We are not going, as Alan Wilson just said, we are not going to ride to victory on Tuesday just because it's going to happen. It's only going to happen as a result of all of us coming together and pulling together as a team. We've heard the old adage that there is no I in team. Well, there's also no I in democracy. It is about a team effort, and there is not an individual effort. Individuals offer themselves up to run, and we have some incredible individuals that's offering themselves up to run. But it is only if we all come together we're going to make that happen. 3 weeks ago, we announced a Drive for 75. It's a campaign that started in the House of Representatives. We're trying to make sure that we have 75 members of our 124 that are Republican. It'll be the largest majority that we've ever had, and we feel like we can make it happen. We have 3 people in Lexington County that's being challenged, and we need to make sure gets there. One of them is my good friend and partner, Rick Quinn, who just was up here. We got to make sure he comes through on Tuesday. Todd Atwater from up in Lexington County on the upper end. We need to make sure Todd makes it. And Chip Huggins, who just spoke a minute ago. He's got opposition, and we need to do everything we can to make sure they make it there because we're counting on them to reach to the 75 majority. How many people here have heard of a guy named Mike Collins? He was a linebacker for Miami Dolphins. Probably not. He was part of the no-name defense back in 1972 or the early 1970s, and that's why they were no-name defense. Nobody who knew they were. However, he played his college ball at Auburn University under Shug Jordan. Mike, too, wanted to give back to his university when he left there. And Mike said, he called his coach one day, he says, Coach Jordan, he says, what is it that I can do to help the team? What is it that I can do to give back to my alma mater? What is it that I can do in order to make things a little bit better? And Coach said, well, Mike, we always need help recruiting. We need good people. We need good teammates. He said, Coach, I understand that. Tell me what it is you're looking for. He says, well, Mike, you know, you've got these people that once they get on the field and they get knocked down, he said, they just stay down. Mike said, Coach, that's not who we're looking for, is it? He said, no, Mike. He said, that's not who we're looking for. He said, but Mike, he said, there's these other people, they get knocked down and they get back up. But if they get knocked down again, then they stay down. He says, Coach, he said, that's probably not who we're looking for either. He said, no, Mike, that's not who we're looking for. He says, but Coach, he said, but Mike, he said, then there's this person. He says, he gets knocked down, he gets back up. You knock him down, he gets back up. You knock him down, he gets back up. I don't care how many times you knock him down, he gets back up. He said, Coach, that's the guy we're looking for. He said, no, I want the guy that keeps knocking all them people down. That's who we need. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the Republican Party, the Republican team. And that's these gentlemen that I'm standing on stage with, because they know how to do that. They know how to take the fight to the other side. And it's important for us all to come together and make sure we attain our goal Tuesday night. And we're only going to do that if we've got your support. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be quiet for a minute, and I want to introduce our very special guest who's here with us tonight, who really needs no formal introduction. He's the reason that you're here, and we are honored and thrilled that he's here in part of South Carolina and wanting to make sure that we're successful on Tuesday on behalf of all of our Republican candidates. Here's a guy who stands for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That is his motto, and that is what he stands for. He is an award-winning author. He has authored 7 books, 2 of which are on the New York Times bestseller list, including his latest one called A Simple Christmas. He has got the #1 rated weekend talk show on TV. It's called, guess what? Huckabee. I don't know where he got the name from. It's creative, it's new, it is fresh, but he's here, and we're excited about it that he's here. He also has a radio program called the Huckabee Report. It is the fastest growing report on the radio 3 times a day. Nationwide, you can hear him talk about our conservative values, the conservative movement, and what it takes in order to move our country forward. Without any further ado, let me welcome Governor Mike Huckabee.